Hello, hello, welcome everyone. Fucking model's frozen. Shit. Shit, my model's frozen. Why is it doing it? Where do this?
Frozen? I don't even have Twitch up.
My friggin'
I don't
model's
even
just
have
like,
Twitch up yet.
my model's just like, what? What's
I'm in
going
a
on? What
place right now. I'm in a place right now.
do you mean you're in a place? What you mean?
Well, I may have hit in my whole leg into something, and I've been working on that foot for a while now.
What?
There you go. Oh yeah. I see your thing's not working. That's weird.
Is that it maybe?
Turn
Ah,
your tracking on and off maybe.
how do you turn tracking on?
Go up to settings. General settings, I think it is.
Uh-huh.
And then it should have one that says tracking.
Up here?
I can't see it. It's the red one that says face tracking disabling face movement and means no face movement and saves CPU. Click it on and then click it back off. Like click it off and then on again.
Nope. Maybe I need to restart fucking V.
You may need to then.
The mouth works, yeah, but not. Don't you love this stuff? Don't you love it?
Love this stuff. Don't you?
Don't you love it?
Don't you?
Don't you? Man. The fuck?
Is it your camera?
Is
your camera plugged in?
Plugged in. Oh. Okay. There we go. That's better. No, I think it was. I guess it was pointing away, far away from me. Moves his works. Yeah. Welcome everyone. How's everyone doing? Having a good day, I hope. Getting ready for Christmas.
Christmas. No, I'm not.
Why not?
I thought I told you before. I just don't like Christmas. Grew up poor, doesn't like Christmas.
Yeah, I was. Me too. Fucking model cooperate, okay? Cooperate, mister. Okay. 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 Yeah, I didn't like Christmas growing up either. Poor. Be shit. But like as I got old and now I have money to buy myself gifts, I find myself liking Christmas more like an excuse to get a day off. To like sip hot coke. Get all cozy.
What did you buy yourself this year?
Like throughout the whole year?
No, I meant what did you buy yourself for Christmas this year?
Nothing in particular. I mean, I bought myself shit throughout the year. Named Junji Ito-san. Released a new book out here.
I always buy myself a gift. You
Really?
know what I bought myself for Christmas. I already opened it too. Because I'm so excited.
Tell me already?
I already did. I didn't tell you I bought it for Christmas with the intention of opening it on Christmas and then opened it early because I just needed this League of Legends object.
Okay. Yeah.
Fresh.
Let's spin the wheel for Ellie.
Yay.
Congratulations, Ellie, for being first. Ready for it. Get the wheel. Alright. Alright, Ellie. Let's... First out of Ada. Congratulations. Ada. Hope you enjoyed that, Ellie. Whoop whoop. Yeah.
Such a whoop.
I wish fucking Ada would be more cooperative, but it doesn't. It wants. Don't look like it wants to be. Need a better setup. So bad.
One day.
One day I will have all the Chaos Emeralds.
One day, Index will just send you all of her money.
Then I have to send you all my money.
Or if I send you all of my money and my money becomes your money, then aren't you just sending me your money plus my money?
Well, if I have no money to start, then all I have is your money that you give me, so I just be giving you your money back.
Okay.
So I don't know how that would work.
That makes sense. I see.
Yeah. So basically, nothing would change. Get the game.
We'd be playing hot potato with money. That's the thing.
Hot potato made of money. I like it.
Hot potato with money.
Money potato. Back to the awful land of Hinamizawa. Switch over to the game. And game capture.
Let's go.
What's all this shit? Okay. I think we're good to go. Oh, you gotta spin. Why you gotta do this now, kitten? Why not when I was spinning the wheel? Ah! Alright, let's spin for kid.
Spin the wind.
Ooh, get to pick a Steam code. Congratulations, kitten. Alright, there you go. Go ahead, pick whatever game you want and DM me. Alright. Continue?
We're just DM Penguin because Penguin's lonely.
Of course. Alright. Last we left off, we're pretty much getting all the ducks in a row. We're stopping the Kano.
I'm kind of pleased.
Huh?
I'm kind of pleased. This pleases me.
What please?
Killing Takano. Please.
Yeah. Go ahead and start.
Wait, did you share it to me?
What?
I was watching it through Twitch because I'm not smart. Thank you for waiting, Rosa. No, sorry.
At the moment, I was talking to a woman over the phone.
So, how's it going? Going well. The festival is tomorrow. I see. Oh, that's good. Oh, such a high voice. First Lieutenant Tomitake will get into an accident tomorrow night. H173. The medicine which was supposed to be destroyed will be administered to him, and no matter what happens, it'll be a very pitiful end. What an interesting opening. We've already finished our forgery of the proceedings. It'll, sh- it'll show that Lieutenant Colonel Uriye was trying to sell your research to a foreign country so that we can continue it. Um, Tomatake's murder is a part of that? Yes, that will be the first step for the board of directors to become suspicious of the Uriye Institute. We're taking care of all of that, so don't worry. Also, regarding that, what should we do if it happens? If what happens? I mean, what if First Lieutenant Tomatake agrees to join us? That's why she asked. Oh, she's so sweet. I love her.
What?
That's why in the last chapter she asked Tomitake because she doesn't want him to die.
He isn't included in the takeover operation, is he?
Well, no, because he's an auditor for the board. If he becomes our ally, that might be beneficial to us.
According to our analysis, even if he changes his allegiance, there won't be much for us to gain. Why add another unnecessary worry to the operation?
You're right. Sorry about that. I thought we might be able to use him for something, which is why I suggested it. We'll go with the original plan then.
I think that would be better. I'll get in touch with you again. Goodbye.
For a while, I kept holding the telephone receiver, lost in thought. Then I put it down and dialed a number that I had become very familiar with. Hello? Economy Hotel Okonomiya. Okinomiya, how may I assist you?
Hello. Could you connect me to room 406? The one belonging to Tomitake. Oh, please tell him that Takano is calling.
Sure, I'll connect you. One moment, please. The telephone operator put me on hold, leaving behind only electronic music. I waited for about a minute and the operator came back on again. I'm sorry. The guest in room 2406 not in his room right now. Would you like to leave a message?
That's okay. I already left a few of them. Uh, do you know when he left the hotel? Do you know when he'll be back?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't answer that.
I see. I'll call again.
I put down the phone before the operator finished speaking. The third time I've tried calling him. I left a message telling him to call me back, but he hasn't. Why? Is he out taking photographs by himself? He's making some homemade porn? Or is he waiting for me behind the shrine where we usually meet?
Hey, you kind of do feel bad for Tana, you know?
Kinda. Who would think I would actually come all the way here, expecting him to be waiting for me? I'm even surprised myself. People are in the middle of setting up tomorrow's festival. Tents are being put up for food stalls and preparations for various events are taking. It's almost too noisy for me, but with people shouting as they work, plus the noise from the batteries for the stalls. Soon, I reach the back of the shrine before realizing it. This is probably the best view in the whole village. This is where Jiro-san and I usually meet. Just maybe he's waiting for me here. Of course, that's just wishful thinking. God will never grant my wishes. He only has a bit of fun by testing me. I look down at the village below, letting the breeze blow through my hair. He usually follows me around while he stays in Hinamizawa. He persistently asks if I want to go out to eat, go for a walk, or take some photographs. But he hasn't done any of that this visit. His behavior towards me has changed. Maybe it's because he heard about the horrible impression I left with the two board of directors. Maybe he thinks I'm a mad scientist because of that incident. I can feel that he's gradually losing interest in me. But I had my own complaints too. When I don't want him around, he's so persistent. But when I need him to listen to me, I can't get a hold of him. But if I did get through to him, what do you even talk about? What could I talk to him about? Right after talking to someone about the plan to assassinate him, why would he even answer my call? I'm simply running wildly, and when I reach that point of no return, I'll want to be forgiven. And I want him to do that for me. Just because he always does whatever I want him to do, and he shows up whenever I need him. Who would forgive someone like me? Someone who has nowhere to go but hell. Would he forgive me? Out of sympathy? No way. While he'll be surprised, he'll do his job and arrest me. I'm a member of the SDF after all, so what I'm doing is committing treason. I've been thinking about him for the past few days. And just now, I realized something. He's not attractive at all as a man. Damn, that's mean. God damn.
I mean, to be honest, don't even play that game, Takano. You know, you like watching him squirm. You know you like watching him do things. You know why you like him. It's because you're a sadist. Oh my god.
Like she doesn't get horny for.
Like she gets so horny for him. Like sometimes listening to them talk to each other is like, oh my god, you can just hear the horn dog coming.
I mean, she acts like he's fucking.
Attractive as a man.
She acts like he's not a fucking Marine fit guy or some shit. What
I
the fuck?
mean, I know what she's talking about because he's like kind of weak. He's kind of like weak and kind of weak-willed.
He's talking about his personality then.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I can. Yeah, I guess she's talking more about his character there.
She's talking more about his characters. Like he's not attractive at all as a man.
Like
I
he
mean,
doesn't.
I kind of get it. Like I want a man to like
He thinks he's not masculine.
pick me up and be like, "You're mine." Be like, "Oh, okay."
I'm gonna take you to Browntown.
Women know what they. We all know what we want. You know.
A big dick.
No, we would just want a strong man to bring us home bacon. You know.
Get all cuddly and
We,
shit.
we don't even care about the cuddles. We just want a man to bring us home bacon, man.
What?
Bring us bacon. Bring me a whole dead carcass. It's something my sister said. She's like, I love my husband. But sometimes I just want him to come home with like a whole dead carcass and be like, "I killed this for you," and she's like, "Yes." I'm like, "What are you, a fucking caveman?"
They want us to be fucking hunter-gatherers or some shit?
Yeah, I mean, instinctually, yeah,
To bring home
there is
some
a
meat?
want. Yeah, there is a want there instinctually, you know?
He has no sense of humor or good taste. He has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, he has a belly. What? But there's nothing appealing about him. The dude's like fucking ripped. What? He doesn't care about my schedule. He's persistent, and when I treat him nicely, because I'm in a good mood, he becomes even more persistent. There really is absolutely nothing good about him. Despite his age, he tells me things like how the last time he held a woman's hand when he did folk dancing at camp. Furthermore, he says those things to make me laugh. He's hopeless. More than anything, I can't stand when he completely ignores my feelings. I want to be alone sometimes. I don't want to do anything sometimes. Yet he drags me out, completely ignoring how I feel. That's why, even when I'm exhausted or I don't feel like doing anything, I end up going with him, which makes me laugh. I always thought that just wore me out, yet I want him to drag me around. I'll probably never feel this way again, yet not here. Do I really believe I don't want to spend time with him? Maybe I've just grown used to his abundant affection. When he took me out on a day I didn't want to do anything, I was in a bad mood at first, but after a while, I started to feel better. Found myself having a lot of fun. If he was with me now, would he take me out to photograph birds like always? Would he happily explain it all with his know-how, even though I didn't ask? That'd be very boring and troublesome. That's what I honestly want right now. Somebody's lonely. Do I
I
see?
get that. I get
Huh?
that.
She's
I
fucking
get
lonely
what
as fuck right now.
I get what she's talking about. She's in a place, she's so depressed right now. Like her life research has been taken away from her. She's so like depressed. But she doesn't want to say she's depressed, you know?
Want somebody to
And
fucking save her.
for that person to like that you normally rely on, that when you are wanting to be alone, what normally gets you out of the house and stuff, for them not to be around is so hard.
She became dependent on him.
Yeah. And I myself, I even have a person that's like that. My sister is like that for me. Yeah, it's like if she wasn't around, like, and she wasn't there to like drag me out of the house, like she's banned me from ever getting a microwave or an like a little oven for my room. I'm not allowed to have one in my room. I can have it in my fridge
Fucking room.
because I wouldn't leave my room. She's like, you can't do it. You'll never leave your room. I'll never see you. I'll never know if you're gonna go on a date or not. Okay.
I would see my grandpa in him. I love my grandpa. He gave me a purpose to live. I needed him. I loved Uncle Koizumi. He helped me with my dream. I needed him. After both of them died, maybe I just thought their aspects in him. Am I starving for a protector? Maybe I'm so traumatized by my parents' accident that I need to have someone nearby to watch me over me at all the time. Maybe I'm still immature. My inner child is throwing a fit because she can't put together a toy, saying that if it's going to be broken anyway, she's going to break it herself. It won't be just my problem. It will bring about huge, irreversible tragedy. But that's the only way to prove the truth of my grandfather's work. That belief allowed me to prepare up to this. In just a few days, the top members of the government will be scrutinizing my grandfather's art. And terrified by the worst case scenario he predicted, they'll regret canceling our research and neglecting countermeasures as they pass their final solution. That's when my grandfather's article will become truth, his great work uplifted, and his name carved into the pages of history. And then he will become a god, an eternal existence. And I will reveal the god worshipped as Oriyashido-sama. the Hinamizawa Cinder, casting them down to earth. I'm going to complete the 5th curse of Orishiro-sama with Jiro-san's death. As my own. I'll become the one who curses, not the one who is cursed. I'll be in the position to test instead of being tested. I'll ascend to godhood. I'm going to make the curse a reality. I'm going to kick the god of this place off Earth. And then, grandfather and I will be together forever. Gods don't get tested. Fate doesn't test gods. No grief will separate us. I will be with my grandpa forever. After that, we're going to work on our research together in that study filled with the smell of formalin. A scene from Happier Days. Grandpa's at his desk writing down something. I'm in a good mood, lying on my stomach on the carpet right behind him, while flapping my legs and humming a tune. I help him with his research by organizing his books as if I were playing with blocks. To return to those times is my only wish. Of course, if I could go back that far, I'd want my parents to be alive too. If I could play with my grandpa's books, while listening to my mother cooking in the kitchen and my father flipping through his newspaper, that would complete my happy world. It would be my ideal childhood. But that world doesn't have a door to the outside world. So I can't go over to my friend's house. Because if I did go to my friend's house, there wouldn't be anybody there when I returned. Nobody. Nobody. Because they'd all have died in a train accident. So I don't want an outside world. I want to stay in my house with my parents and my grandfather.
That place where you feel safe.
Safe space.
Mm-hmm.
I am a doctor, after all. I can analyze myself. I know that what I'm wishing for is proof of my immaturity. But if I know that much, then why do I still long for a parental figure in Jiro-san? Even as I plan an operation which includes his death, I'm still trying to hang on to him. If I'm going to betray people so I can become a god, I should remain a villain until my final moment. But if I'd rather be a lonely little girl, then I should remain modest and humble until my final moment. Either way, it is my way of life, and nobody can criticize me for it. Because if I believe it is right, then all I can do is go on without listening. But I still can't decide. So I want somebody to criticize me. Nobody has ever criticized my way of life. That's why I want to hear someone do it. I want someone to tell me that my way of life is wrong. I want Jiro-san to tell me I've done such a stupid thing, and I want him to slap me. Such masochistic desires speak a great deal as to how I'm rejecting my present self. Am I really longing for a parent? I'm too old to call myself immature. Even if I do, nobody else will. No matter how mature I am inside, people will treat me as a grown person. They will say I possess an adult's responsibility and proper judgment, and that they've brought me this far already. Then I'll be judged before the devil. Will I still plead not to judge myself as a girl? Am I going to act that pathetically even in front of the devil? I'm already going to hell, yet I can't completely become a devil. I hate the idea of hell, yet I refuse to try and repent. My mind can only float in a lake of blood, drifting as I drown. If only Jiro-san was here. My mind would clear up as I played along with the insensitive chatter. Why isn't he around when I need him the most? This is the last chance I'll have to spend time with him. I hate how immature I am, becoming so insecure just because he isn't around. I found myself before the offertory box. I came here when the Ide Clinic's construction had ended and the research at the Ide Institute was about. I remember how bravely I challenged the god of this place. I was full of hope and ambition. After going through many hardships, I finally came this far. I even vowed I would become a god. I did so in front of the god of this place. I can vaguely recall my grandfather telling me a story similar to that. That's right. It was the story of the Tower of Babel, where there was only one language in this world. All people lived in one place with one will. In a display of their authority, they started to build a tower that would reach heaven. God got angry because the people had forgotten how to show him respect to him. He believed all of man gathered to commit such an affront because they all shared one language and one. So their communion was shattered, people were thrown into disorder, and they were given many different languages so they wouldn't be able to communicate with each other. And as they couldn't communicate with each other, many left, and the tower which challenged heaven fell to ruin. Something like that, anyway. I'm not sure what the lesson is, but this is what my grandfather explained to me. Building a tower that reaches up to heaven is the greatest challenge for humans, but it also God. Challenge God was truly sinful, but as humans, we couldn't help but test that untrodden peak. It's not easy to build a tower that's high enough to reach heaven. While they're building the tower, the people will fall into disharmony, is the mutual understanding they once started with. The united wills thrown into this applies not to just a group of people, but can be said about one person as well. No matter how solid their will, the closer they come to heaven, the more limits God imposes on man. So even iron wills are sure to waver at some point. It is just too arrogant for humans to think that they can always carry out their... That must have been what my grandfather was thinking. I'm sure he lost hope many times since nobody even recognized. What's up, EA? How you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. We're just chilling and reading some more Higurashi right now. Nothing's gonna go wrong. Everyone's gonna be happy. Yet he believed in himself, and he believed that someday his work would be appreciated. Maybe that was his wish, rather than reaching heaven. Grandfather realized he wouldn't be able to complete his research. Maybe he was trying to find where he could compromise. Humans can't build a tower that reaches heaven, but the story of the Tower of Babel is still around. It didn't reach heaven, but we still tell the story of the tower that challenged God. So up again at 2:30. Oh man, fucking exhausted, EA. You were in the UK, right? You're like 7 hours ahead of me, I think. I wasn't meant to say again twice. Uh oh.
No, if they're in the UK, they're 9 hours ahead of you.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's 8 hours for me.
Oh
so
shit.
they're 9 for you.
Damn. Pretty late though,
wait.
buddy.
Or is that Germany?
I have no idea. I don't remember the GMT.
I just base all of everything I know of what time it is in Europe based off of what time it is in Germany.
What the fuck?
Because I know what time it is in Germany.
So there's UK is GMT, and then there's GMT +1, +2, +3. I think Germany's one of those. 9 hours? So it's like 6:39 for me. 6:39 for me, and it's 2 for 40 now. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 7 hours. Or no, 8 hours.
So for
7,
him,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. About 8 hours, yeah.
So
7 for you then. It masks my weakness. A lot of people don't like math. According to the story, the tower is left behind with nobody. The incomplete tower stayed in that place for a long time, never achieving its goal. But if someone were to see it, they would realize how great it was. Accepted that challenge and raised their name. I took over the tower from my grandfather and tried to make it reach heaven, but I ended up succumbing to this. And if it's going to be destroyed anyway, I'll destroy it. What am I doing? Anyway, if I hadn't tried to continue grandfather's research, work on Hinamizawa syndrome remained forever. Even if it was an empty tower that nobody visited. If somebody did come by, they would praise whoever attempted that challenge. They would have praised my grandfather. But I took over his work, and I built the tower even closer to heaven, which made God angry. The tower is now going to be destroyed. The tower will become a pile of rubble. When the Ide Institute is shut down, all of its records will be destroyed. My grandfather's wish for his work to be appreciated by someone will never be granted. I tried to make my grandfather an eternal, yet I ended up making that an impossibility. How can I call myself Mio Takano? Instead of inheriting 1, 2, 3 from my grandfather and continuing the count 4, I reduced it all to 0. If it wasn't for me, my grandfather's work would have remained an empty tower. It would have stayed in this world forever. But I ruined it. I did that. I can feel myself sweating. What reminds me that I've done something inexorable? When did I make a mistake? Where did I go wrong? Wasn't when I came here. Damn, pissing off God, you fucked up. Yeah, Takano's all about challenging God and taking their place. Yet she's like, oh, shit, it didn't work out. Maybe I'm not a god. It wasn't when I came here. It was before that. I started to walk down the wrong path long before that. If I put myself in my grandfather's spot, I know. My grandfather was working on a great challenge. Built a mighty tower. And it was supposed to continue to stand there and wait for someone to appreciate it. Grandfather definitely said he wanted his work to be valued by someone, even after his death. But I misunderstood. Somewhere along the way, I made a wrong turn. I misinterpreted grandfather's wish, and I ruined it. I ruined everything. I tried to make him eternal existence, yet I destroyed him. Grandfather built an eternal tower, yet I raised it. Where did I make a mistake? What went wrong? It's obvious. My grandfather counted to 3, and with that, it was complete. I simply tried to do more with addition, and everything collapsed. Now, all of it is ruined. I shouldn't have tried to count to 4. I shouldn't have done anything. Besides, grandfather didn't even ask me to continue his. A little girl shouldn't play in the dark study. Go outside and play with your friends. I remember my grandfather telling me things. But I refused, and I stayed in the study so I could help him. And eventually, he stopped telling me to go play outside and just enjoyed having my company. But when we first met, he used to say things like, then what? Living with Grandpa was the first mistake I made? Then what? When I escaped the orphanage, I shouldn't have called Grandpa? I shouldn't have found a 10-yen coin? I shouldn't have asked Grandpa to help me? Now I remember. I know where I belong. Bang, 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 bang. What the fuck is she doing? A noise of something metal striking something else is getting close. It's getting closer and closer. It's not... I'm not allowed to fall asleep. I wasn't asleep. I just had my eyes closed. That's all. Sorry. Redacted. Damn you, redacted.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
Redacted. Come on, redacted. Redacted, damn it. Redacted. Bang, bang, bang. What the f... Is she remembering the orphanage?
Oh, that's a good abstract photo.
Like oak? Dust?
It's supposed to look like watercolor, but that's done digitally.
Oh, what's up, the boy? Hydrate.
It's the boy!
Your boy! Thank you for the hydrate, my friend. How you doing, man? Don't kick. Don't kick! I'm afraid of the metal sound. Please don't kick it. I'm not being kicked, but the noise is kicking me. So please don't kick. Please don't kick the metal fence, please. My body's getting cracked. I think my body's getting cracked. All the dirty, itchy, and painful things soak into those cracks, and filth, prickling feel horrible. Decent? Oh, okay, well, it's better than bad. Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Hope you have a good time. I'm soaking into my chest. Gathering together, I desperately try to resist so that it won't touch my heart. But the dirtiness and itchiness draw together more and more. My whole chest is soaked, and soon enough my face will be swallowed. Even drowning in this dirtiness and itching, I try desperately to hold my breath, so at least my heart won't be soaked with it. Redacted! Redacted, damn it! Redacted! Redacted, what? Bang, bang. I'm a little confused. What's going on? Bang, bang, bang. She's imagining getting punished at her orphanage, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she's
yeah.
just really abstract talking about things symbolically. What I take
Well,
it.
when you're having like a PTSD attack from abuse, it is kind of more abstract.
It's like you're thinking about shit so out there. Like your way of thinking about it is so out there.
Yeah, it's both like abstract and very it's intense, abstract, yet it is very much like a memory.
She's imagining getting beaten
Yeah.
and yelled at, and she's talking about how like cracks in her body have shit getting into them. That's like just the pain, I guess. Driving.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I can't hold my breath any longer. I drown in an ocean of muck, and yet, as I'm taking on the muck, my heart desperately struggles not to be tainted by it. I rise above it until my heart, too, sinks into the sea of grime. Only creatures that have lived on land will grasp and suffer the pain of drowning as long as they return to try. Creatures that have always lived in the ocean never drown. Grandpa won't come help me. That is the best thing for me and him both. I am redacted times 3, times 4. See? When I stop struggling, there is no more noise. I don't have to hear that scary metal noise. Is it a roar or a yell? I needed to borrow strength to scream in order to come back to the present world. My body's all sweaty. It feels dirty, itchy, and painful. Reminds me of that day. I can feel welts coming on as the sweat crawls down my skin. Don't you love it when like a drop of sweat goes down your ass crack? That
Oh,
it's
I
like, it sends that shiver up your fucking spine, doesn't it?
oh my god. Same with like oh, just oh yeah, no, I know that feeling.
It's like you know what I'm talking about, EA. I don't know if you ever get fucking hot and sweaty during summer or whatever. Feel that drop just go right down your ass. Uh, no, it's just a delusion. It can't be itchy because all of that is long over. I take a bath every day. I scrub my body until it turns raw and red. Not good. Not even the slightest drop of that horrible filth could possibly remain. I can't help it. I hate just annoying. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. God,
Yeah.
if it's happened to you, you'll know, and you're pretty much guaranteed to have that happen to you, unless you live in
I
the fucking Arctic or some shit.
my back doesn't sweat.
Good for you, Index. Good for you.
No. It's all other places.
You. I can't help it. I remember the filth. I can only get rid of it by scratching my arms so hard it leaves marks. I can't get rid of the itching. I can't get rid of the filth. Of course I can't. Of course I can't. I'm a filthy existence. Grandpa should never save someone like me. Meeting me made him unhappy. I shouldn't have existed. I shouldn't have been born. I should have stayed inside that metal fence and spent my whole life there. I need to go back inside it. I should have never left. That place is where I belong. Corner me with that horrible metal noise. Crush me with that filth, itchiness, and pain. And then kill me. So that I'll never meet Grandpa. What you wish? Is that your wish? Yes.
Right after you said careful with you. Wish for it.
Yeah, it's like I fucking foretold the future. Yes, much like those left behind at the top of Babel's crumbling tower. Or Icarus, unable to reach heaven only to fall. That is my final wish. Bring me back inside that metal fence, and give me back the fate that's suitable for my filthy existence. The wish of a liar will never come true. But I'm not a liar. You have spoken your true wish once, yet you have yet to realize that's your greatest wish. And I cannot grant that wish just yet. Are you saying that's the punishment we simple humans face for challenging God? You'd already know. Strength of your desire is what creates the future. You lack that strength. Are you saying I haven't tainted myself enough? Will even the gates of hell remain shut for someone not fully committed like me? Nothing is more nice than going home, but it's just. I need my fix, man. I need the RR. Okay, Fumble. Welcome, buddy. See what you win today. Bring up the wheel. Spin that shit. Ooh, you get a penguin laugh. Either sexy or normal. Congratulations, Fumble. What's it gonna be, buddy? You tell me. Tell me. What's it gonna be, buddy?
We don't know it's
Sexy,
sexy.
please. Okay. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait. There you go, buddy. I hope you enjoy that. Oh. My model is just not cooperating.
Oh no. Penguin?
I'm trying to mess with the fucking camera.
Is it just dark in your room?
It's pretty same brightness as usual.
Maybe the lens is dirty. Try wiping the lens off.
Possibly. Maybe that was it. Huh. What do you know? You're a genius, Index. You're so fucking smart.
Yay!
Index smart, big brain, and big booba.
I have the biggest of the brand. I was like, maybe there's dust on it, and it's just kind of dusty. But
Had
you
to do
can't
that.
see the dust. Yeah.
Had to do that with your camera, huh?
No, I just figure that it's got to be something wrong with the lens, and then if it's not something wrong with the lens, it could be lighting. If it's not lighting,
And my PC's just shit. It just keeps going out of bounds. I hate this. I want a
you
camera
have
that.
the same one as me, right?
Yeah.
Mine does this a lot too, so.
I mean, it's a cheap ass webcam, so I can't really expect much. I you know.
One day you will get the expensive one.
Hopefully. I think when I just staring at the screen is leaving me on edge. Yeah, she's gonna fucking jump out at you or some shit. She's like, ah! Times like these, I just want to switch back to PNG, to be honest. To be honest. I don't know. Fucking, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Whatever. Fucking continue. Rika-chan, Satoko-chan, how are you feeling? It's Ide. Akasaka-san warned me. I have to be careful. Akasaka-san opened the door silently. How are you doing? It's bustling outside, huh? Yeah. Everyone is busy getting ready for tomorrow's festival. I brought some shaved ice for you, courtesy of the refreshment stand committee. Let's have some. Thank you for that. I'll have some. Akasaka-san is wearing a t-shirt, but he's still wet. All the windows have been shut and he can't even open the curtains. Very hot inside. But even accounting for that, he's still sweating like a man. Look at how sweaty you are. Oh my god! Oh my god! What the fuck? God damn it, Ide! Oh my god, we gotta. Oh my god, Akasaka X Ide. I never imagined this. I never imagined this cup fucking shipping. Jesus. Fuck.
Now,
I kind of.
see if there's any fan fictions. Woo!
I'm scared of what the next line is gonna be. I'm not gonna lie.
Woo! Woo!
Woo!
Woo!
It sure is hot in here. Oh. Oh,
I mean,
good lord.
the worst would be like if they were like listening to that and they thought he was talking to like fucking Rika or something. No.
At least
Everything
not the
hurts.
Sonic fanfic. Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
mean, true Sonic fanfics are
Kind of bad.
Uh,
He's gonna be like,
see, it's like 40 billion different colors.
sure is hot in here. Maybe you should take your clothes off. Some shit he's gonna say next. No, I was exercising a little. Of course, I tried to keep very quiet. I'm just staying prepared for anything that. A little exercise helps to refresh people. I'm sure you've been under a lot of stress for the last week. You must be exhausted mentally too. You should let me help you out with that, buddy. No, I'm used to this kind of thing. But I really
maybe you need a little release there.
But I really appreciate you bringing in some stuff. Agasaka-san smiled like a happy child as he ate the strawberry-flavored shaved ice. So, has there been anything yet? Have you heard from Tomitake-san? No, nothing yet. Ah, but Takano-san was saying she can't get a hold of him. That's right, he changed his hotel, huh? You think she's noticed something? No, I don't think she has. I told her he's probably just going around taking pictures. It's only a matter of time before she becomes suspicious. There'll be a strong wind soon, one way or another. Dr. Ide, please be very careful. Yeah, of course. Oh, by the way, I just saw Oishi-san, and he told me to tell you something. I explained the 48-hour operation to Akasaka-san. Akasaka-san seemed impressed with the notion, especially because I told him it came from the girl. Your model is okay. I'm just gonna turn the model off. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll switch to PNG. Sorry, folks. Doesn't want to cooperate today. There's a... Yeah, here I am. Derp.
There you are.
Ada. There you go, kitten. Flippin' model just doesn't want to work today. Yeah. Actually, let me move index over a little bit. Right here, so that we can see who Or I can move her over here. I'll move her over here. Right next to me. He next to be like, I'm lonely over there. So I brought her next to me.
A little bit.
A little bit. The king has returned. Yeah. I do really need a new PC and new equipment. The king has returned. Yep. That's a fantastic idea. That'll shake up our enemy quite a bit. It'll give Tomitake-san a big opportunity to find out something. So when is the operation going to take place? That will be decided when they meet with the Wishi-san tonight. But since we don't have much time, it may be as early as tomorrow morning. I see. It's pretty stressful just waiting for battle to begin. If there is something we can do, you might as well just do it. Your time in Hinamazawa is limited too. So how much longer can you stay? I told Yukie that I should be home by midnight on Sunday. But if the situation changes, I might have to stay longer. One day, Pango, you will get that PC of yours. Yeah. Hopefully fucking video cards stop being sold out all the time. And then I won't be in debt so I can just fucking splurge on a PC.
One day. Just get what you should do is just get like kind of like a base model that you can just get at like any store.
Yes.
But you can get there are a few of them. Like there's some like Walmart and Target and those type, and even Best Buy. They carry like base models, but you can add on to them and stuff too, and you can change stuff out.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't want to like buy shit that I'm gonna place.
True.
NVIDIA expects the shortage to last like probably throughout the next. So. Bullshit. Alright. I told Yuke that I should be home by midnight on Sunday, but if the situation changes, I might have to stay here longer. She's a policeman's wife. She'll understand. Can't even call her from here, huh? Sorry to put you in this situation. Don't worry. It's not like we're newlywed. He won't divorce me for not calling her every night. Although he says that, it's easy to tell that Akasaka wants to hear the sound of her. Aw, ain't that sweet? Ain't Akasaka the fucking sweet guy?
Akasaka is a sweet guy. Sorry.
Akasaka is a really sweet guy. So have there been any changes on your end? If there's anything you need, I'll bring it. I really don't need anything yet. Any changes? Well, it's hard to say. There are just too many people going in and out for the festival. Even if there's someone suspicious among them, I can't tell. We should assume our enemies are hidden among them, so we should be on our guard. That sounds about right. By the way, the mountain dogs are starting to move, just as you said. When I asked Okanogi about their plans, he said he's raising the security level for the days surrounding the festival. Take into account the possibility that someone criminal might use the 5th year for the curse to target Riki. Alright, EA, thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night. Get some good sleep. That matches the situation right now. It almost looks like all the preparations, officially and unofficially, are going smoothly for tomorrow's festival. So you're saying tomorrow is going to be a festival in more ways than one, then? If the 48-hour operation gets underway tomorrow morning, it'll be quite the turbulent day. Yes. Everything will change starting tomorrow. June 19th, 1983. A tempestuous day that divides a peaceful world from a tragic one. The fate of the world will change on that day. I finished my secret meeting with Akasaka-san. Left while calling up to the second floor window, pretending to address the girl. When some villagers saw me do that, they asked me how they were doing. They asked me about both girls, which made me very happy. What Oryo-san said yesterday is already spread among the villagers. In other words, the curse of Oryoshiro-sama may have already lifted, even before tomorrow's festival. If nothing happens tomorrow, the village is finally free from the curse, the ghost of... As we prepare for the upcoming battle, I realize the extent of the responsibility we've taken on. But at the same time, that gives me strength. After greeting officials under the main tent, I ran into Takano-san as I headed back to the... It's unusual for her to be here alone. If Tomitake-san was with her, I could understand, but she'd never come here by herself. For a moment, I thought maybe she suspected a connection between me and Akasaka-san. But it doesn't seem that way. I'm relieved. This is unusual. What are you doing here?
Nothing really. I'm just taking a walk.
I see. It's a nice day today. I bet it's a perfect day for taking a walk.
I wonder if Jira is taking the walk too.
Those words had a strange nuance to them. Takano-san normally only spends time with Tomitake-san out of politeness. At least, that's how she's been acting. When I heard her say that, I was a little surprised. Maybe so. He's from Tokyo. I'm sure he's enjoying the fresh air and the beauty of Hinamizawa.
Director, do you have any idea where Jiro-san went?
Up your ass. Get it? Get it? Guess where he went?
not-
And I'm like, up your ass.
Oh
With
my
his
God.
with his dick. Get it?
Oh my God.
He used the pee-pee.
Oh.
Wow. Must be really worn out if you're not laughing at that. Poor index.
To be honest, it went over my head.
What?
It did. I'm that
Wait,
tired right
how
now.
did a pee-pee joke go over your head?
PP joke went over my head. It was a PP and sex joke, and it went over my head.
What the fuck? Who are you and what have you done with index chat?
I don't know. I answered the door and said I was my sister earlier. So
What?
speaking of that, there was caramel popcorn. Whatever her name is, gave her. I forgot to steal the plate of caramel popcorn.
Got to steal a plate of caramel popcorn? How could you
Yeah, they
forget
made.
that?
I don't know.
That's just delicious. How could you forget that?
I was gonna buy a caramel apple too on my way back from work, and I didn't do it.
Kind of disappointed in
I'm disappointed in myself.
that. No, I don't. Hmm.
Hmm. He didn't come to the meeting last night. It was a good thing someone else was there to take his place, but he should have been there. He's neglecting his job, don't you think?
Going in the wrong direction. I have to change the subject. Well, I'm sure he needed a little break. I bet he wanted to be alone. Just like you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Damn, look how sad she became. Fuck.
Damn, period. Look at her and this woman's
He
feelings.
just like fucking stabbed her in the chest right there. Fuck. I think that went well.
Almost,
I
I
think
almost
that
said
went well.
something. I almost said something, but then I thought, oh shit, if I say it like that, it's gonna sound bad.
You didn't ask about Tomitake-san after that.
I kind of do want a snack now.
Get your snack.
I actually have one from work that I haven't eaten yet. I'm trying to open it.
Hold on, let me restart the game. It's acting all weird.
Is it? I have pitted olives. I have olive.
You pitted olives.
Yep. That's
Hey.
what I'm. That's my snack.
Proud of yourself. Restarting the game to see if it fixes.
You know, Pigman. Sometimes I'm just all of you.
What?
I'm all over you. All of you.
What?
Oh.
Wait, what the? What? All over? What? You mean like on the screen?
Yeah.
Was that the Joker? Oh, you're funny.
All of us love you. Olive.
Stop fixing the damn issue. Whatever. When I look around, I can imagine how lavish the festival's going to be tomorrow. Tanagashi,
Fine on my end.
it's like there's like an audio glitch issue for me right now.
I don't hear it.
Watanagashi is the biggest festival of the year around here. It's grown in scale ever since the dam conflict ended. This year, the village festival is hitting a peak. Sure, the villagers of all ages will enjoy themselves. Hana-san and I overlooked that heartwarming scene. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It will be.
The conversation was very ironic. We both meant something different as we spoke. I can hardly wait for the festival to start.
Yeah. A fun festival is about to begin.
I noticed an indescribably bitter smile on her face. I hope it'll be a nice day tomorrow. After all these preparations, it'll be a shame if it rains.
They worked so hard to prepare for this Ram Festival. A little rain won't stop them.
Yeah, I guess. There'll be a festival, no matter the weather, huh?
Yes. There will be a grand festival. I'm sure of it. Penguin.
Ah. What?
You know, if you give a mouse a cookie, you know how you'll want some milk?
Right?
I ate those olives. And now I want Doritos.
You want Doritos?
Uh-huh.
After eating
You know.
olives?
Yeah, because you know, because they're salty, and you know, because if you give a mouse a cookie.
I don't get it.
I need something else. Get it?
Thank you for the hydrate, boy. The boy.
Oh, that boy.
Thank you.
I will
Thank-
hydrate.
Oishi-san had agreed to participate. In other words, he had given us the green light.
Good job. I bet you had some difficulties.
Nah, not really. They actually agreed pretty easily. Boy, how nice it is to be young. I was the only one who struggled to make a decision. Pitiful, huh? We can't turn back anymore. I'll give everything I have. Oishi-san was always a man with great presence. He seems pretty reliable when he's that determined. This will work. The operation will be a success. Enemies unthinkably strong, but we're going to be on the offensive first. It's like in sumo, right? No matter how huge the opponent may be, there's a chance that the entire match can be settled in an instant with a quick shift in stance during the opening rush.
See, Rika? have this many people at your side. I don't intend on refuting you anymore. I was almost ready to give up just a few days ago, but now I can't believe how much the situation has evolved. It just might be possible to change our fate after all.
It just might just be possible. The fuck? You don't need another just here.
Might be possible to change our fate after all.
No, I'm just looking at that. It's stupid. It doesn't need another just here.
I edited it out in my brain.
Oh, okay. Well, no, just like just looking at it.
Said incorrect.
Like you could get rid of either just, and then it'll be fine. It might just be possible, or it just might be possible. Be the same fucking. You don't need two justs. Too much just.
Yeah, it's not good enough. You're right. I shouldn't say we might change our fate. We will change it. We will win. We will win. We will defeat fate. Sorry, high-pitched voices. In any case, when the timing of our traps is extremely important.
What do you mean timing? We should act immediately. Tonight, it will have been 48 hours since Rika-chan disappeared. The longer we wait, the better position the enemy will be in. So we should act as soon as possible.
That's true. If we're too careful, then we'll give them more time. Our defense ought to be cautious, but our offense ought to be bold. It's very reassuring to have both of your seals of approval. So, what about it, everyone? No objections. I've sealed my resolve. I'm ready anytime. Is it time yet? What do you think, Satoko? We should go with haste. Of course, but right now may be a little too hasty. If we were to surprise them, I think it would be. We should do it more carefully.
The surprise attack should take place at night. Is there any better timing than now?
Calm down. You're both right. Surprise attacks usually do happen at night. But look at us now. We're still up, even though it's dark outside, right? Night attacks were more effective when there was no electricity. Nowadays, surprise attacks don't always have to take place in the middle of the night. There's an even better time than that. Is there really a better time for a surprise attack? I understand. A daybreak sortie, right?
Oh? You know some interesting terms, don't you? It's true that the worst time to call someone in is not in the middle of the night, but early in the morning. People can't even think straight when they're half asleep.
A surprise attack at dawn? Yeah, that's a great think it will be most effective? Knowing how Takano is, it's more likely that she'll do something to make it look like the 50 years curse. And she'll try tonight.
Tomorrow night.
It's normal to try and get plenty of sleep the night before. I know the perfect time to spring my traps.
A surprise attack at dawn. Man, that sounds badass. I've always wanted to do something like that. I'm fired up. You're just like my man, my Barda-san. Hey, does that mean I'm the only man involved who isn't psyched? My oh my. Alright. Ready then? 48-hour operation commences tomorrow at dawn. Question is how they will react. We'll be confusing them, and once we see the response, we'll attack. This is a raid.
Okay. As the leader of this club, I now decree that the 48-hour operation is now in effect. We will carry out our tasks at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. It'll get busy. It'll get busy all of a sudden. All members should be ready for an immediate response. Prepare yourselves physically and mentally. And don't forget, the fact that Hinamizawa rides on this the fate of Hinamizawa rides on this battle. The enemy's conspiracy could end up destroying this village.
Huh. We'll never let that happen.
Well, we'll see how the enemy will react. Will they become demons or serpents? Maybe they'll become kittens. How cute is them? I don't think so. Something huge will happen for sure. This is like a little earthquake. One that's foreshadowing, forewarning of a huge tsunami. You're right. I feel that little earthquake too. But we'll create that huge tsunami. And either the village or the enemy will be swallowed by it.
We'll ride that huge wave for as long as we can. This 48-hour operation will be a shock to them. They'll panic, their pace will be off, and they're guaranteed to slip up somehow. We don't know how they're going to slip up, but just knowing that they will and preparing ourselves to act gives us the full advantage. We're surrounding our enemies on this huge game board that is Hinamizawa. This game, this festival, will start with our siege. Come on, we're ready. Ready for June 19th, 1983. Hey, Rika? Have this many emotions ever gathered on this day? Actually, there are always this many emotions in. There are always countless numbers of them gathered on this forgotten June 19th. We just never realized it because we always looked at the world subjectively. There are so many people in the world, and each of them has very important emotions. Those countless feelings are collecting together and giving shape to this world, this fragment. With this many emotions, what kind of world will we see? What kind of fragment will be granted? Who will win, Takano or us? Time to find out is now. Let's open it. Let's open the door to June 19th of 1983. Ooh, climax.
We are getting up there. How long have we been going?
About an hour and a half.
Okay. At the 2-hour mark, we can take a break. Just real quick.
Okay.
I think.
That's about 8 o'clock for me.
Well, what time do you want to go sleep?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
I said, what time did you want to go to sleep?
I wanted to end at about 9 my 10 your time.
Okay.
It was past midnight and almost dawn. A very quiet time of the night where staying up late and getting up early melded together. 4 a.m. That exact thing was happening in the offices of the Okanogi guard. There were only 2 people on guard duty, and they were playing cards. They weren't sentries, so they really didn't need to be on guard all the time. However, they weren't allowed to fall asleep either. After the TV broadcast went off the air a little past midnight, Julie ended up playing. Suddenly, the phone rang. The phone was right nearby, so one of them answered immediately. Thank you for calling. This is Okanogi Gardeners. Yes. What? Suddenly, the man taking the call stood up with a jerk. He hit his knee against the desk, but he was too panicked to care. Takano dashed into the underground security room in a hurry. Sorry to bother you, Major.
Forget the coffee. Give me an update. Are you sure about this?
Yes. At 4:15 a.m., a body found in the Okinomiya jurisdiction was identified as R.
How could that be? R is homesick with a cold, isn't she? You were observing her, weren't you?
Major, there's more. According to an intelligence agent at Okinomiya PD, at least 48 hours have passed since her death. Kano could feel her blood freezing, starting from her feet. She just couldn't believe it was happening. At least 48 hours? At least 48 hours since the death of the Queen Carrier? Kano just couldn't understand.
That can't be right. Why are the villagers still so composed? They could have developed terminal symptoms as early as 36 hours, which was last night.
But according to the intelligence agent, this is reliable information. And the station was even put on a gag order because they were fearful of the religious impact it could have on the village.
What do you mean? Then who do you have observing that house?
Forget the coffee. Coffee is safe. Half forgetting it is. Major, our observation system is perfect. Riga Furude is there at the house. Ever since we started, she hasn't even stepped out of the house once. Director Irde confirmed it himself. It is just impossible.
Then how do you explain this? The police department is saying that the body is Rika, and that it's been over 48 hours since her death, right? Are you telling me that they're lying? A lie. A lie? That's it. Maybe it's a mistake. I was planning to fake my death using an operative from the Kifu Police Department tonight. This is the same thing. Yes, it's a lie. It must be a mistake.
Takano wasn't confused because she was still half asleep. No, Takano was afraid. Her grandfather wrote in this article within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death, everyone in the village would develop terminal stage symptoms. This would mean that he had been wrong. What about everyone who believed his words? What do they think? Excuse me, Major. There's a phone call from Nomuro-san. Sama in Tokyo.
Ugh. Why is that woman calling me now? While I am on the phone, check buddy. The police found him immediately.
Can't. Not right now. When our agents come in, we'll have them approach the station and observe what's going on.
And what time is that? 5? 6? It needs to be done as soon as possible. Tell them to hurry up. Good morning. Takano here.
All the unit members were gathered in the office of Okonogi gardeners, who served as a garrison for the mountain dogs in Okinomiya. I see. As soon as you find out something from the police, call both me and the major. By the way, regarding the observation system at the R residence, why didn't you confirm that she's home? Just look at his fucking face. Oh my god. His face gets worse every time we see it. Every time we see a new expression, he's just like, oh god.
He just getting older with every single time we see him, he just gets older.
He's like fucking Clayface from Batman or some shit.
Yes.
Oh god. We assumed she didn't pick up the phone because she was sick with a cold. Director Ide went by and confirmed your presence, so we just took him at his word. That face too. God. Jesus. Every fucking face he makes.
It's ridiculous.
Jesus. Naive. So there is someone at our residence, that's for sure, right? Yes. There is someone there. Commander, why don't we enter the residence? We still have a little time. In face.
It looks like a turtle.
We can't do that without approval from the major. I'm sure she won't let us until she confirms the matter at the Kinomiya Police Department. In preparation for that order, increase the number of observers at the residence. At least 8 people. Commander, there'll be a festival at the shrine later today. We can observe, but I don't think it'll be possible to enter until tomorrow around midnight. Shit, but lousy timing. Wait. Too much of a coincidence, don't you think? Okanogi's rusty yet wild instincts were sounding an alarm. He sensed that someone was attacking them. He sensed that his enemy had begun to attack. He realized that the enemy had taken the initiative. People usually take a deep breath before they attack. That moment right before they strike is the most vulnerable. Okanogi assumed that whoever his enemy was, they were led by an excellent commander who knew the precise moment to... By the way, about First Lieutenant Tomitake. They said he didn't show at the clinic's meeting the other day. Is that right? I'll have someone check on him. Major asked me if I knew where he went. Do you think it's the First Lieutenant Tomitake? Have Nightingale check Tomitake's hotel room. Shit, he tricked us. Uh-oh. They're gonna go apeshit right now.
I hope we can save Tomitake.
Well, we can't turn back now. Go ahead, Index. Voice your boy.
Let's see what happens next.
Umagi was trembling with excitement. Uma-chan, I'm going to check the communication center. Hold down the fort.
You bet. Nobody will get through here over my dead body. No! Come on! No!
You see that? You see that?
Why would you raise that flag? Kuma-san!
You see that huge,
Kuma-san!
that huge red flag just went up now.
Oh my god, no.
You just can't save your boy.
Kuma, no!
All I have to do now is handle the phone calls. I'm going back to my post. Kumagi, take care of this place, okay? Oh,
You
they're
can
leaving
count
him.
on me.
They're leaving him
No!
all alone.
No! Why would you set up my precious bear? Why would you do this to my precious baby? Not Kuma! Why would you take Kuma from me? Kuma better die heroically.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
cry so sad.
You have to.
If he dies like he did last time, I'm gonna be so sad.
He's just got a bullet through his brain last time.
No, it was so
This time it's gonna go through his heart. Watch.
I want him to go down like the Bushido and like the Bushi,
What?
with the way of the samurai, you know.
Oh, Index. You gotta make like a heart locket with Kuma-chan in it. You gotta post it on. You gotta make an image of that and post it on your Twitter now.
Kuma-chan.
Umagi closed the door quietly and stood in front of it. Oh my god, look what's happening. This was his chance to show Oishi what he was made of.
No! Stop raising death flags, Kuma!
It's just like there's so many fucking flags right now. It's like the National Museum of
I'm
Flags.
so sad!
Oishi was on his way to the communication center. All radio communications and phone calls pass through there first. During business hours, each section answers its own phone calls. When they aren't open, the communication center answers them instead. How's it going here? Well, there was an outside call for forensics calling directly just a few minutes ago. Who called? It was Chief Inspector Otaka. Ah, Otaka-kun. Yeah. Oishi grinned. Enemy had started to move. They must have bribed someone inside the police department to be their spy. And he had started to move, just as they planned. Oishi was surprised to learn that it had been Otaka. Oishi had never liked Otaka, because he constantly boasted about his academic background and always opposed Oishi, who believes in relying on experience. They didn't get along at all when they worked together at the prefectural police department. The phone calls ended. I'm going to ask the old man. Let's see. Hello? Oh, it's me. Don't worry. So how was it? That greenhorn sure puts on airs. So I just snubbed him. That idiot sure got mad. He'll come here as soon as the marshal gets in. That's so like him. He can't even fight by himself. No! It's getting more interesting by the minute. That phone call woke me up completely. Just like you said. There are plenty of suspicious going-ons out there. I can just feel it. Oh, things are getting interesting now. What's up next? Hey, demons, over here. Come further in. Admin Core. It has. How you doing, man? What's up? Welcome, welcome. We're currently reading some Higurashi. Coming up to the climax. Getting intense. Index's favorite character is probably gonna die soon.
I'm so mad. Don't remind me I'm gonna die. Can this man just stop, like, I don't know, doing death flags?
Oh.
Thanks.
Hello, this is Tomitake. Good morning, First Lieutenant Tomitake. Sorry to bother you this early. I'm calling to let you know that the mountain dogs have made a move. Just a little while ago, all the members were called in because of an emergency. We don't know the reason yet. I see. So it's finally started. Tomitake turned on the light next to his bed and put on his glasses. Also, there's been a rumor going around in the police department over here. We haven't confirmed it yet, but the Queen Carrier's dead body was found. What? Tell me more.
Tomitake doesn't know. Remember?
They didn't tell him, did they? Oops.
No, they didn't.
Oops. Okay. Supposedly, an unidentified body turned out to be Rika Furude. They say she died over 48 hours ago. It's past the time limit in Emergency Manual 34. There's been no change in Hinamizawa so far. Have you heard anything? No, I'm an Okita so I didn't know. But that isn't possible. It must be some kind of mistake. That's what we think too. But according to our analysis, the information is very reliable. Almost a certainty. We haven't confirmed it yet. Multiple forensic departments workers have testified. But... Tomitake realized something. He realized that the Okinomiya Police Department station was Ishi's territory. He also realized that this must be the work of Rika and her friends. Tomitake tried to think calmly. Even if they didn't know who their enemy was, it was obvious the emergency manual is the signal for an explosion. So they must have come up with an idea to destroy that signal. The foundation of the emergency manual is that unless something is done about it within 48 hours after the Queen Carrier's death, all the villagers will develop terminal stage symptoms. So if nothing happens after 48 hours, there is no need for the emergency manual. And with that, the mountain dogs have been called in. Oh, First Lieutenant Tomitake. Ah, sorry. Considering the current situation, it'll be hard to tell if anything suspicious is happening at the Irie Institute. Please ask the Colonel to check immediately. Also, in case of an emergency, can you make sure the Bloodhounds are ready to deploy? Roger that. We should have more information by 9 a.m. If the mountain dogs revolt, it'll become very dangerous. Please be very cautious. Of course I'll be careful. I'll talk to you again at 9 a.m. It's 6 a.m. I'm going to talk to you again to the call in 3 hours. Nightingale 1 to all units. Tomitake is in room 406. Observation team, do you see anything? Nightingale 4, nothing from outside. Nightingale 5, nothing on this floor. Nightingale 3, there's no sound in the room. He's probably asleep. There was a do not disturb sign on Tomitake's door. Perhaps he stayed up very late last night, planning to sleep in. This is a great chance for the Nightingales. Be sure to capture him alive. It's an order from the Major. Let's go. They tried to break into Tomitake's room very quietly. Obviously, it was a simple job for them to pick a hotel room's lock. The two members at the door communicated with each other using sign language. Even knowing he was asleep, it would be a good idea not to barge in. They opened the door very cautiously and very quietly. The room's interior was organized but tasteless, typical of cheap hotels. Only furnishing were a bed, a small desk, and a coin-operated TV. Clearly, only one person could stay in this room. And there in the bed, Tomitake couldn't be found. What's wrong? Nightingale 3, respond. Shit, this room is empty. It was still early in the morning, but the room was empty. What's going on? Tomitake likes to take walks and also take pictures of wild birds. Would you have gone out to do that? No, that's not it. You might have deceived us. The do not disturb sign was on the door. With that sign there, the housekeepers wouldn't come in the room. They wouldn't know if it was empty or not. The sign had probably been on there since at least the day before. Knowing that Tomitake was planning to stay for a long period, the hotel hadn't really paid much attention. In other words, the room had been empty since then. I bet he changed hotels, expecting an attack. I see, that's why he hasn't been seen lately. Call the Major immediately. Damn it, our plan has been leaked. Okunogi realized that there had been beaten to the punch. The foundation of the emergency manual had collapsed, and with that, the basis of the final operation was shaky. Okunogi felt that the Major had panicked and rushed into confirming that was going on too hastily. If Tomitake suspected us and went into hiding, then after, got wind of that, he was sure to grab us by our tail. Everything is just too convenient. Shit, this must be exactly what the enemy planned. Okunogi tried to calm himself. He's going to investigate in secret. He could assume that Tomitake was still nearby. The department in Tokyo must be one conducting the investigation. They must be waiting for someone for a report for that department. Tomitake was probably at a new hotel. Probably somewhere in Okinomiya. Get in touch with Crow in Tokyo. There must be someone reporting to him irregularly. Find the number they're calling. If the number is somewhere in Shishibone City, bingo. Okunogi was confident about his hunch. But if what he was thinking is correct, that meant his identity was about to be exposed. It also meant his operation had failed before it even started. But it wasn't a checkmate quite yet. If he could prove that the dead body at Okinomiya police station wasn't R, then everything would go back to square one. All he had to do was capture Tomitake and then check the body at the station. Was all. Commander, I got a hold of Crow. They won't be able to tell what exactly they talked about, but they say they can find the phone number. They just need a little time. How much time? Just a few hours, they said. Shit. They want just a few hours, huh? Tell them I don't want to arrest them, but they better be quick. It's a little past 6 a.m. It's already light outside, but still too early for the cicadas to start their morning chorus. They had endured the first wave. It was now a matter of how quickly they could recover. Okunogi just hoped that the major didn't throw a fit. Commander, a message from Crow. Still looking into the phone number. Also, the research division's routine check-in is at 9 a.m. 3 more hours. He looked up at the clock. Even the little things were beginning to bother Okunogi. Every time the second hand moved, he became more impatient, realizing the check-in time was getting closer and closer. Also, Colonel Oka, head of investigations, issued a standby order to the Bloodhounds. He hasn't said anything about a mission yet, though. Okay, so that means they still stand down. Nothing happens, he can just play it off as a drill. We're okay, we still have time. More information. The head of investigations called the Chief of Staff's home line. We don't have the details. We're okay. We're still okay. Close call, but we're okay. The Bloodhound's standby orders meant they saw a very high chance of the Ide Institute revolting. The people on site must be practically certain of it. Although it's not as difficult to execute as the emergency manual, ordering out the Bloodhounds is that easy. They only did so because they had realized that some kind of trouble is afoot. Okunogi was sure that the people who wanted to conclude matters peacefully were trying to settle things down by saying it was just... In order the Bloodhounds to stand by was clarifying a mission is like a middle ground. But the head of the research division had called the chief of staff. This was a very dangerous situation for the Mountain Dog. In other words, the higher ranks of the SDF, or people even higher than them, had decided that the Bloodhounds could... The uniforms hot-blooded, but the suits always push for peaceful resolution. They still hadn't decided which way they wanted to go yet. Our loss wasn't certain yet. Win or tie, everything was riding on the same table. Hold on, actually, I gotta go pee. So let's take that break now, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll be back, folks. We're gonna take a short break, get some water, and I'm gonna go pee. But yeah, I'm gonna play an ad. Please bear with us. It helps support the channel. And yeah, we'll be right back, folks. Be right back. Okay, we're back. We are back after our break.
Can I make a confession?
What?
You know how when you came back and you heard me talking about cookies?
What?
I was talking to chat.
Oh, you were?
Yep.
But we're on the BRB screen,
I know.
so they couldn't hear you.
I know. I realized that after I heard you say that. I'm like, oh. I looked over and I'm like, oh.
What the fuck? What are you, a blonde or something?
My family often says that that's my root color.
Alright. Winner tie. Everything was riding on the same table. If that was the case, the call coming in at 9 a.m. from the research division didn't bode well. Okanogi couldn't say why, but he had that impression. It was just his wild instinct doing its job. He could guess that people in Tokyo were going to ask Tomitake about the situation and to decide what to do based on that. It was possible that the head of the division, or even the chief of staff himself, had come on the phone. Then the Bloodhounds might get an order as soon as 9 a.m. phone conversation was over, which would result in his defeat. Excuse me. Tokyo was still unsure. Some were still thinking it was some kind of mistake, or they wanted to think it was some kind of mistake. If Tomitake didn't answer the phone, they might send some people immediately, but they wouldn't order out the Bloodhounds. There was a chance it could end in a draw. If they found out that the body didn't actually belong to R, then although it would corner them, they still had a good chance of winning. But they'd lose the possibility of a complete victory. Okanogi knew that Takano's clients hadn't ordered anything else but exactly that. He didn't want to admit it, but the enemy surprise attack had succeeded. Commander. Shut up. Calm down. They aren't sure yet. They're suspicious, but they aren't sure. We're still okay. Anyway, whoever gets information first wins. Either they find out something first, or we do. We're beaten in the surprise attack, but we haven't yet been annihilated. So don't you dare fly a white flag. Just wait. Or we'll find out where Tomitake is. Our guys at the police station will expose the truth about R's death. So all we can do now is to wait and endure. Excuse me, Major Takano's on the line. He sounds, extremely angry. Kid, I don't have time to babysit a princess now. Hello. Yes, this is Okanogi. Yeah, well, don't jump to conclusions. It hasn't been decided yet. Why don't you have a cup of coffee first to calm yourself down? Yeah. Okanogi tried to change the subject while pretending to laugh, but all he could hear was Takano's frantic voice. Couldn't even understand what she was trying to say. Oh boy, she's flipping the fuck out on him right now. Second hand on the clock ticked on. Who was going to be able to smile at the end of it all? Today was going to be a long battle. Okanogi's instincts told him so. How are you doing? Who was it? It was our marshal. They're gaining strength. But he's no match for me. Does he really think of an office worker can win against a technician? Ha! But I'm glad he's playing golf today. If he actually came over, it would have gotten a little complicated. No! Did he call from a golf course? Is he working, or what? I bet Otaka-kun wanted to come over with the marshal. He's probably real upset about now. Oh wait. Do your boy. Do your boy. He ain't dead yet.
I know. Since an indirect attack hasn't worked, you think they'll try a direct one? Will Otaka come here?
If he can't get a hold of the chief, he'll have to. It's almost 8:30. The main doors will open soon. Morning had finally arrived. The chorus of cicadas had begun. That familiar sound would make one think it was just another day. But it was hardly going to be normal. It wasn't just an ordinary Sunday. It Oishi and his men already realized they were gaining the tip of a huge conspiracy. Knowing how Otaka-kun is, he'll probably come through the main entrance.
Just a grandiose little bitch like that. Yeah. That's what a guy like him would do.
I'll be here to take care of the phone call. You guys take care of him, okay? Okay, I'll go welcome him.
He
Kuma-chan,
hurts. What if he hurts my baby?
Kuma-chan, take care of this place. Oh, he's being left alone again. The lobby of the Kinomiya police was just that of any other police station. It could hardly be said to have a welcoming atmosphere. Some of the tiles on the floor were broken and cracked. Sometimes people tripped on them. Those spots were covered by pieces of cardboard. There was a sign that said, "Caution, watch your step." There was also a pot with a dead plant in it. It was far from a friendly lobby. Unlike hospitals and banks, there wasn't a line of people at the counters of the police station. But there were a few sitting on a sofa waiting for the counters to open. And they would open soon. Some workers were standing by on the other side of the counters. Otaka was snobbish enough that Oishi didn't want to deal with him first thing in the morning. If only it was a pretty young woman with big boobs! What? What the fuck?
Ah, man, don't you ever wish you had them honkers?
That's funny. I think that to myself a lot. Oishi and his men were on a very important job.
But Penguin,
Huh.
you're also not, and now you do have them honkers.
I guess I do, huh? Yeah.
Huh.
If Utaka found out that Rika Furude's death had been faked, the operation was finished. They're only able to shake up the enemy now, while Rika Furude's death is still in the book. They had to stall for every minute, every second they could, so Tomitake could seize hold of the tail that was popping out. So if the truth about Rika Furude's death was exposed before Tomitake had that chance, the enemy would recover. The emergency manual would regain its credibility. Although the enemy wouldn't enact it immediately, they would try again for sure. Rika Furude had detected the conspiracy ahead of time, but that was a miracle. The divine wins. Japan had prevented Mongol invasions twice in the past with such miracles, but nothing like that happened during World War II. They might not be so lucky next time. They might not get another chance. There might not be no next time at all. Unless they defeated them this time, they would never win again. While it was possible to do some serious damage, a tied game would inevitably lead to the enemy's victory. They had to completely expose what the enemy was up to, allowing Tomitake to call in a suppression unit to defeat them. That was why Oishi had to stop their vanguard here. His job, therefore, was an extremely important one. If the enemy's conspiracy succeeded, Inamizawa would be destroyed, and more than 2,000 villages would be executed in a gas system. Either way, the incident would never go public. But people's lives depended on him. Oishi was violating his professional duties. However, he had to do what was right. Oishi thought back to when the old man taught him that. Someone who, despite the hot weather, was wearing a suit, came in through the automatic sliding door. He had two of his colleagues with him. He was showing off his authority like he always did. Good morning, Otaka-kun. Well, well. Good morning, Oishi-san. By the way, please don't address me with such familiarity. I'm no longer in a position where you can talk to me that way. Oh, don't be like that, Otaka-kun. We used to play mahjong together, didn't we? Otaka seemed disgusted to hear that. He used to boast about being a good mahjong player, but Oishi once beat him badly in front of so many people, hurt his pride. I would love to chat with you, but I'm in a hurry today, so please excuse me. No! Hey, don't say that. Don't you remember the time when you forgot to write certificates for the kendo tournament? You begged me to help you. I wrote them for you backstage, and that was why the award ceremony went on smoothly, didn't it? I truly appreciate that, but it has nothing to do with this right now. Oh, I didn't know you appreciated. Sorry about that. I've never heard anything like that before. Down at the prefecture station, they think I begged you to write it. That you turned the offer down and let me write it for you. Wasn't that the excuse you used when the director called you up asking what happened since my handwriting on the certificates was so great? Well, I don't know. Maybe someone misunderstood? At the very least, I never said such a thing. Ha 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 ha. The prefectural police headquarters may be your territory, but unfortunately, this is the Okinomiya Police Department. You won't get your own way here. Oh? And what do you mean by that, Luigi? I don't know why you're here, but your jurisdiction is in Gogura, not Okinomiya. I'd like to ask you to leave. But under what authority? And what authorization do you have to be here? I'm in the middle of a classified investigation on behalf of headquarters. I've heard that there is an unidentified body related to the investigation here. Well then, please inquire on the phone. Okinomiya isn't a rich neighborhood. This isn't a place where someone in a custom-made suit should be. I see, so you're ganging up with the guys in forensics, huh? There should be an order from the marshal to hand over the autopsy report to the prefectural police headquarters. Then there should have been an explanation to the marshal from the forensic department already. The body is still being examined. Because of a slip-up on our part, there's been a rumor going on that the body has already been identified. Anyway, they need a little more time to finish up the report. Now I'd like to attend the autopsy. No. No.
Go fuck.
God damn it. He's like, go fuck yourself. What? I'm requesting it as the person in charge of this classified investigation at the prefectural headquarters. If that's the truth, look, I don't want to doubt your policeman's spirit. The policeman's spirit is a noble one, see? Sure, no one would go into this business if we weren't getting paid for it. But you know, you can't be a good detective without dedication that can't be measured by your pay alone. You say you have the spirit, I'll let you through. The look in Oishi's eyes made clear the anger that was roiling within him. As he looked into those eyes, Otaka recalled all kinds of frightening memories. Otaka didn't want Oishi to sense his fear, but he couldn't prevent himself from loudly swallowing. Okay, then please let me through. I'm here because of my policeman's spirit. Please step aside. Why don't you make me with your policeman's spirit? Come on. What? If your policeman's spirit is as strong as mine, you should be able to brush me aside easily. Come on. Try it. Wow. He's fucking bullying this guy. That's great. Oishi was obviously saying that he had no intention of letting Otaka through. How could he do this? Otaka was confused. Otaka was an elite policeman at the prefectural police headquarters. He believed the academic background and performance record were enough to earn trust. He has been working hard under that belief. But Oishi doesn't acknowledge that. And he doesn't even respect him. He's a scumbag. He was the worst type of person, one who tried to establish their meaning and purpose only through rough means, refusing to acknowledge everything about their superiors in order to protect their own pride. It's uncivilized people often did. Otaka had been thinking ever since they worked together. Why did people trust in someone like Oishi? Why did people respect someone like him? Why do people appreciate someone like Oishi more than they did Otaka? Move! If you don't, I can accuse you of interfering with an investigation. Oh? What kind of investigation? If you tell me, I'll help you. Didn't you hear me? It's classified. I can't talk about it to someone like you. I see. Well, if you can't tell me everything, you can tell me one thing instead. What do you have resting on your shoulders? On my shoulders? What are you talking about? I have something on my shoulders. The fate of 2,000 villagers rest here. If I let you through, those 2,000 villagers, No, their relatives as well. They'll all be very sad. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I have no idea what you're on about. Okay, I'll tell you. Your boss is planning something terrifying. I bet you haven't thought it through that far, but it's a conspiracy that'll make thousands of people unhappy. That conspiracy is about to crumble, and that's why they woke you up and ordered you to investigate. I don't know how much you're getting paid for this, but if that is more important than your policeman's spirit... Oishi stopped talking there, but his eyes continued to speak after that. What in the world are you talking about? Anyway, please just let me through. Otaka's baffled behavior confirmed what Oishi had just said. He had been bought off by someone shady. Though maybe he didn't think he was bought. He probably thought he was just filling the request to confirm Rika Furude's body. The favorite is from someone in the information network. He assumed he built himself. The boy, thank you for the stretch. Oh. Thank you. Thank you for the fish bones. Of course, the part about it being a classified investigation was a lie. When an elite policeman from the prefectural headquarters said it was a classified investigation, everyone would grovel and salute him. But, Oishi didn't salute him at all. This is a waste of my time. I'll file a formal complaint to the marshal later. What? Hey, wait a minute. I'm not done yet. As Otaka tried to walk by, Oishi grabbed him by the arm. Otaka tried to make him let go, but Oishi was just too strong. Ow! Let me go, Oishi-san! Oh? I'm not putting that much strength into it. If you have a policeman's spirit, this shouldn't stop you. Your unshakable righteousness should knock me down easily. But you can't even get my hand off your arm. You know why? Get off of me! It's because you don't have a policeman's spirit. Oishi let go of his shoulder, and Otaka tumbled onto the floor, sliding for more than 2 meters. What is this? This is interference with an investigation. This is interference with a government official executing his duties. No, this is assault. Spirit doesn't make up for wimpy arms. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Arrest him immediately. Otaka ordered his 2 colleagues around, but they didn't know what to do. Oishi was also a policeman, and obviously there was something more going on between them. Besides, they could sense one thing. Their instincts were telling them that Oishi was far stronger than them. They were no match at all. What's going on, Oishi-san? Some officers were gathering in the lobby. They all looked puzzled. Nothing much. This greenhorn from the prefectural headquarters demanded something selfish, so I just taught him his lesson. The officers alternatively looked between Oishi and Otaka. They knew something was going on, but they didn't know the circumstances. They didn't know which one to stop. Oishi was respected by the policemen of the Okinamiya station. Everyone respected him. If Oishi said that Otaka was being selfish, then he must be at fault. Oishi was generally seen as sensible. All of them thought that Oishi would only do this in a public place like a lobby. If it was something major. Otaka was being humiliated to get such attention. He stood up calmly, hiding his humiliation with anger. I see. I understand your position. But I'm not here on a child's errand either. I like your spirit. I'm ready to go if you are. Bring it on, Greenhorn. Whoa. Not enough. That all you got? Damn it. So that's your policeman's spirit? I have 2,000 Hinamizawa villagers resting on my shoulders. The lives of 2,000 people in my jurisdiction depend on me. Why don't you tackle me with a spirit that's strong enough to knock down 2,000 people? Ooh! It was like watching a match between a sumo wrestler and a small child.
Oh my god.
That's
What?
funny. That's fucking funny. Oh my god.
Spirit doesn't make up for wimpy arms.
God damn it, that's funny. Oh. Shit. No matter how many times Otaka tried to tackle Oishi, he simply crumbled against him. Oishi stood firm, as if his feet were rooted to the earth.
Well, she's kind of, you know,
He's a thick boy.
fluffy.
He's a big thick boy.
He's a thickum.
By the
Now
third
somebody needs to draw Oishi with a big thick ass.
Oh my god, in like a sumo outfit? Oh my god. By the third time Otaka tumbled to the floor, he finally realized that he had been provoked. He caught his breath and fixed his hair. Okay, I'll tell you. The case I'm investigating has something to do with the Sonozaki family. I was asked by someone to check on something. Why are you beating around the bush? Can't you say it more directly than that? The word 2,000 people have been said so many times it reminds me of taking 40 pies? What? 40 pies? I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with Lex Luthor to know that reference, fortunately. At any rate, they're questioning the death of that girl. It's said to be the mascot for the religion here in Hinamizawa. Do I not know that? No. I'm not that familiar with Lex Luthor's lore, I guess. I know the character, but not 40 pies. I have to confirm if she's dead or alive immediately. I told you. Explain that over the phone. It's still under investigation. They need more time. Huh? Well, I didn't want to tell you this. This request was...
Lex Luthor didn't steal pies, he stole cake.
Wait, what? I do not know this reference.
I found it and I'm sending it to you.
I have to look at it later.
Yep.
Well, I didn't want to tell you this. This request was, I'll tell you the truth. It was requested by someone you really hate, Representative Sonozaki. Oh, that scary man with the crest on his Hakama, huh? Yeah, you're right. I do hate him. If that man threatened me, I'd have to abandon logic and push his demand through, too. See? See? Representative Sonozaki requested I check the body immediately. This is a request by a citizen. The police department is there for the citizens. Of course I accepted his request. Yuka Furude isn't just any girl in Hinamizawa. She's a very special little girl. If a rumor goes around saying her dead body was found, of course someone has to go confirm it. Right? You'd do better not to say things like that in a public place. You're in a lobby, you know. Oh, yeah, that did sound kind of bad. Jesus! Excuse me. Otaka suddenly realized his mistake. Some people were even whispering behind him. One of them spoke to Otaka hesitantly. Is it true that Rika Furude-chama is dead? Don't worry, madam. We haven't confirmed that yet. We're from the prefectural police, and that's why we're here. That's right. It's not certain yet. We're still investigating as we speak. I'm only asking you to attend the autopsy. You'd better think carefully. I'm here on behalf of Representative Sonozaki. If you keep interfering, I'll tell him all about it. If that happens, he'll be in a tight spot, Oishi-san. Don't you think it's time to surrender? Representative Sonozaki was well known in this area as an extremely tough congressman. The people who knew about him continued to whisper. Otaka grinned when he heard him whispering. He realized then that, in Kiyomiya, his threat was more effective than he thought it would be. Uh-oh.
Oh my. Did you really ask him to do that? Sabaru-san.
Sir,
Sabaru-san?
sir, excuse me. Did Representative Sonozaki really ask you to do that? He certainly did. The representative asked me directly. So what about it? Oishi-san, isn't it time to surrender? People continue to whisper. Representative Sonozaki is a big name around here, Otaka thought. Even gangsters give way if someone mentions his name here in Okinomiya. So, if you're really afraid of Representative, please let me through, Ishii-san. Please go to the counter number 8 to get a traffic ticket issued. Huh? When did I get a traffic ticket? Uishi suddenly started to talk about something completely different. In fact, Uishi was looking at something behind Otaka. Huh? Who was he talking to, Otaka wondered.
Isn't she the
The
She's
guy...
in the not her husband. Her husband is in the... Her husband's an underground, like, Yakuza. Isn't she, like, the political person?
Actually, I don't know. Either she is or the guy with her is.
I can't remember.
An old-fashioned elderly man and a lady in a kimono were standing behind him. When Otaka's eyes met with hers, she smiled at him. She's definitely my type, Otaka thought.
Oh, no!
Uh-oh.
Time to kill you. Time to kill you, Otaka.
Hey, you. You really asked by Representative Sonozaki personally? Not by his secretary or someone else? Yes, of course. Representative Sonozaki and I are very close. He sometimes calls me directly. The elderly man continued to listen with a puzzled expression. Who the heck are you? Huh? There's no need for me to introduce myself. I'm just an ordinary policeman from the prefectural police headquarters. What incredible timing, I mean. No, I can only laugh.
So, I can laugh, right? I wasn't sure.
Otaka couldn't understand why Ishi and this lady were laughing. What are you doing here together?
Well, you know. Remember that ticket? I didn't see the no left turn sign because of a tree branch. And there was a policeman on a motorcycle waiting right at the exit. And I didn't think that was fair. Saburo-san said I should explain, so that's why he came along today.
Ah! Roadside trees are the city hall's jurisdiction. We get those complaints pretty often, but it's a rather complicated matter. I didn't like the fact that a policeman is waiting at the exit, so I'm here to complain about it. I understand. I'll talk to City Hall in the traffic section. So do you think you can settle this peacefully for today? If you say so, we'll leave quietly for today. When Otaka realized they were Ishi's guests, fixed his tie and spoke up. But you have to pay your traffic ticket. It's the law.
You sure are annoying, aren't you?
He is, isn't he? Sometimes he can be pretty funny, though. I'm in the middle of an important conversation with Oishi-san. When you're done, please get going. Have a nice day, madam. Grab.
You have a nice day too, sir.
Grab. The two of them grabbed Otaka's shoulders from behind. The lady grabbed his right shoulder and the elderly man grabbed his left.
Mr. Prefectural Policeman, I have two things I detest in this world. Do you want to know what they are?
Huh?
One is shiitake mushrooms. just don't like them. Never have, ever since I was born. I don't like to eat them, and I don't like their broth either. The second one is liars. I don't like to use them, and I don't like people using them with me. How can I step back from being ridiculed like this? I am the demon princess of Shishibone, Akane Sonozaki. I never back off when someone starts a fight with me.
Don't say that about yourself. Also, that would have been perfect if you'd used the citizen instead of the demon princess. Huh? Eh? Huh? The police officers, the citizens in the lobby, and Otaku's colleagues didn't know what was going on. Let me introduce them. This is Akane Sonozaki-san. He's the vice president of the Shishibone City Women's Kendo Club. And this is Saburo Sonozaki-san. He's an honorary director of the Prefectural Kendo League. So, I should mention his formal title. This is Shishibone's 2nd District Representative, Sonozaki-san. Well, you're here to give Otaku-kun a lesson, right? He's an instructor for the Prefectural Police Kendo's Club, after all. Thank you for coming. Here, please show them to the dojo. Representative? Same. Didn't you say we were close? I think we'll have lots of fun together today.
No!
They're gonna kick the shit out of him, aren't they?
No!
He done goofed.
Die.
Done goofed.
Oh, I'm so excited.
The two of them were still clinging to his shoulders and laughing meaningfully. Otaka laughed along with them. KO. Perfect victory. Or flawless victory. Next.
Are you sure? Did you really confirm that the Queen Carrier was at home yesterday?
What do you mean by confirm? I just went by because I heard she caught a cold. So how could they have found her corpse? That's just impossible.
That's right. That's impossible. But unless it's confirmed, some people might misunderstand.
Who would misunderstand what?
I mean, I, I mean, the whole village would go into a panic if they found out Rika Furude was dead.
Now I'm certain that she's lying. I don't even need to wait to hear from Tomitake-san. The Kano-san's objective is the execution of the emergency man. Its premise is about to be destroyed, and that's why she is panicking. She finally found someone who showed an interest in her research, which made her feel better about herself. Yet that someone is about to cut her off. That's why she's panicking. She's as pitiful as can be. If it were possible, if there was a way to reach out to her, I would reach out to save her from drowning. But my hand will never reach. It won't reach her unless she reaches out. Drowning, but as long as she refuses to seek help, I'll never reach her. Until she realizes it herself, no matter how much I reach out, she will refuse my helping hand. However, my selfish imagination will have to stop there for now. Rika-chan home or not? If he goes into the details, she'll become suspicious of me. I told her I saw Rika-chan at home. That will put me in a very dangerous position. A man who had been on the phone from the same time put down the receiver. Major, there's no answer. There's nobody home.
What is the observation unit saying?
Since the 17th, the day they started their observation, there hasn't even been one phone call.
Hey, Dr. Irie? That means Rika is still at home, right?
Eh?
It's a ghost.
Yeah. I,
Yude-san,
I,
Yude-san.
I guess so. I'm not sure. Hide's in a tight spot right now. He's gotten so much better. Maybe she snuck out or something. Today is the day of the festival, remember? I think there are some vendors set up near Rika-chan's house. There are a lot of people around, so maybe your observers missed her.
Well, can that be possible?
Every time Director Ide leaves, we place the seal on the house afterward. I don't think she could have gotten out through a window.
So the mountain dogs are certain. So the mountain dogs are certain that R has not left the house, right?
Yes, for certain. R is inside of the R residence, and she hasn't left the house since the 17th. We're sure about that.
The only person who checked inside was Director Irie, and nobody from the mountain dogs did. But you're sure about that, right?
Well, One of the mountain dogs looked at me. I swallowed and then nodded to him.
Then how do you explain R's corpse at the police station?
Like I said, it's possible they made some kind of mistake. The autopsy isn't done yet, and the body hasn't been confirmed to be Ruki Furude. It could be just a rumor.
You already said that. How many hours do you think have passed since the rumor has gone to Tokyo? Unless we do something about it, Tokyo will.
Nakano-san realized that I was standing next to her and shut her mouth. I could already tell what she wanted to say, though. Major, there's a phone call from you from Nomura-san in Tokyo.
Damn it. I told her to give me a little bit more time.
Nakano-san usually has a lot of self-control. She's not doing so well right now. Even her body language makes it clear how irritated she is. Does she have a habit of scratching herself? As she folded her arms, I could see marks where her nails touched her skin. Clearly not doing well. Yokano-san is rather occupied right now. I'll take it. Nomura-san, right? I've never talked to her, have I? Sorry, this phone call's for the major. Mountain Dog looked alternately between Takano-san's face and my face.
Director Irie, I have to take care of a few things. Could you please excuse yourself?
Oh, sure. I understand. You're in charge of the Institute. I shouldn't say anything, huh?
Somebody take him to the director's office. Hurry.
She's basically telling me to get out. Left the security room quietly.
Hello, this is Takano. Sorry to make you wait. I'm sorry to call you repeatedly. So, did you find anything else? I'm sorry. I've ordered my men to get to the bottom of this immediately. Some of them are headed to the police station, and I'm just waiting to hear from them. I see. So, you should be hearing from them soon, right? What time do you think you can call us? Ugh. I'll call you as soon as I find out something. But it's hard to say what time, though. As soon as possible, of course. Major, have you ever been on an airplane before? Eh? Uh, yes, of course. Oh, when an airplane takes off, an enormous amount of power is needed. That's why sometimes there's engine trouble during takeoff. If the plane hasn't sped up yet, all it has to do is slow down and abandon the takeoff. But if it has already sped up, it's more dangerous to stop, so they go ahead and take it to the air. A jet plane has 4 engines, so even if one engine breaks down, it can still fly without a problem. It's the same with our operation. There is more than one engine, so we have enough speed. We'll go ahead with our plan. We'll figure out what to do later. But oh my gosh. But we are still only preparing to take off. Do you understand what that means?
The first step of the operation was Tomitake's assassination. That hasn't even happened yet. So what Nomura was saying was correct.
If you already knew the plane you were on has a broken engine before you took off, what would you do?
What's up, Jelly? How you doing, bud?
Hey, Jelly. You'd get off right. It's the same thing for us. Our clients want to get off the plane because they found out that there was engine trouble before takeoff.
if they were
Oh
already at the
no!
if they were
Oh
already
no! Oh no!
if they were
Sorry.
already at the point of no return, then a little mistake wouldn't matter that much. But since they're still before that point, they're overly cautious about even a tiny mistake.
Well, we're checking to see if it is in fact engine trouble as we speak.
My feet are cold and my mouth and nose are dry. Oh wow.
Oh no!
Kinda sick there, buddy?
Getting sick.
Season, huh?
Yeah. I know. I'm like a traffic controller at the control tower. I'm like a flight attendant, calming the passengers down. I'm doing my best to talk to them. Oh my gosh, I can't. 1 second. I'm doing my best to talk them into staying on board, even though there's a chance the plane will never take off. If it takes too long to fix the problem, this flight may be cancelled completely.
Hope you're getting plenty of rest, Jelly. Some plenty of fluids.
Yeah, drink them fluids. Major Chicano, that means your grandfather's work will forever be known as a madman's nonsense. Oh, do you understand that? Mm. Sorry, I had water. When one girl dies, all the villagers will go mad.
I woke up at like 5, so I got you. Okay. Well,
I
keep up the
so
keep up the good sleep, buddy.
this is just too silly. Where did you get such an idea? It sounds like fantasy. What the hell? It's so stupid. Who in the world? Who in the world do Hifumi and Miyotsukono think they are? It's just too funny.
Cicadas ground her teeth. She squeezed the receiver so tightly her knuckles went white.
Anyway. Now, do you understand what will happen? You get it? Your grandfather's honor depends on this. As does yours. Yes. Thank you for thinking about us. Don't worry. I'm your only ally. I'll help you achieve the ending that makes you happy. I'll be with you until the very end. So, please find out the information coming from Okinomiya Police Department. Please find out if the one second. Please find out if the information coming from Okinomiya Police Department is true or false. I'll do my best so that, but it's not easy to deal with unhappy clients. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
High-pitched voices are gonna burn me, Penguinato. I'm sorry for making you go through that. Please give me a little bit more time. Yes. Yes. Goodbye.
Kano made sure that Nomura hung up first, and so.
Hasn't Okanogi called yet? Call him.
Major, we just called 10 minutes ago. He's supposed to call as soon as he learns something. Why don't you take a little break? Coffee is. Unit member tried to serve a cup of coffee to Takano. Knocked it aside. The cup fell on the floor, making a black puddle. Everybody in the security room went silent.
Damn it. Somebody bring a mop in here to clean up this mess. Huh. I don't care if we called him 10 minutes ago. Call him again. Ugh. Tell him to find proof that Rika Furude isn't dead, and also capture Tomitake.
Wait, they hung up their self? They're that hopeless? Takano is, yeah. Feeling super desperate and fucking pissed now. Panicking like a motherfucker. Takano was starting to realize something. By now, she could sense that there was something behind Tomitake's disappearance. Tomitake must know something about what's happening at the Kinomiya police station. He might look dumb, but he somehow found out about the plan. He was trying to mess with it. So Tomitake was clearly behind all of it. Takano had been intending to let him enjoy the festival that night. Hey. The quickest way for Takano to be certain of what was happening would be to see Rika's Furude's face at her house. But she couldn't leave, and couldn't trust Idie. And because there were too many people around for the festival, the Mountain Dogs had their hands full. If she would answer the phone, that'd do, but she wouldn't answer. That meant the house was empty. And that Rika Furude's death was real. What went wrong? Who deceived Takano? There was only one person. The only person who claimed that he saw her at the house. Idie was the most suspicious person around. Tomitake left the hotel and was nowhere to be found. So maybe Rika had left her house and was hiding somewhere. In other words, Ide betrayed her and was in contact with Tomitake?
Start observing, Director Irie.
What? Are you saying that he's lying? Why would he do that, though?
Tomitake must have noticed our plan. He left the hotel and told Rika to go somewhere safe. He's deceiving us, and we've been observing an empty house.
That house can't be empty. There's definitely somebody in there.
You have any proof that it's our? It's not her. That person isn't there simply to deceive the mountain dogs. We need to make it look like Rika's home. And that's it. Tell Okanogi to break into the R residence. I don't know who's in there, but whoever it is, they're connected to Tomitake and Rika.
We're gonna get Okanogi versus Akasaka.
I see Akasaka's gonna die. Oh, nice.
Or he's gonna kick the shit out of Okanogi.
Nice.
Got a good fight coming up, it looks like.
Put the heat on them.
But we can't break into our residence. Not today. There are just too many festival goers around there. You can't break in until the festival's over, which is around midnight.
That's why all of you are here, right? Just do something! Why? Why can't you do what I tell you to do? Can't you follow my orders? Why? Can you only follow my patron's orders? Ugh.
Unit members could only watch in silence. They knew that nothing could comfort her. The noise of the phone suddenly broke the silence. Kano practically jumped. Yes. What? Major, good news! Pro successfully got the number of the research division in Tokyo, calling for their scheduled reports. The phone number is in Shishibone City. Mountain dogs are trying to pinpoint their address. It's Tomitake. Has to be. Garlic, gather your most capable men. He's being cautious, so don't make any mistakes. Aaron, give them backup. Understood. Garlic 1 to all units. As soon as we get the address, we'll move in. Everyone get on board. Shit, hasn't our man from the phone company called yet? I'll look into it. Give me 5 minutes. It was 8:45 a.m. They didn't know where in Shishibone he was staying, but depending on where it was, it might be too far to get there before 9 a.m. They would have to depend on luck. Damn it, doing 50 seconds, not 5 minutes. What the hell is taking so long? He's just punching the numbers into the computer. Excuse me. We've got it. The address is Hirosaka Block 1 Redacted Hotel Moderato. It's routing through a switch, so its room number's unknown. You hear that, Skylark? Got it, we're heading out. Luckily, Hirosaka Block 1 was close enough. Okanogi had been right. Tomitake was hiding nearby. Uh-oh. The garage doors of Okanogi Gardens opened one after another. The white van sped off in a hurry.
I want Tomitake to die.
You might be okay still. Let's see. That piece of shit. Our turn now. Didn't even think there could be someone working against him in the... Now, it's our turn for a surprise attack. Hotel Moderato. By its name, it had a cheap, stained sign out front. A dilapidated business hotel on the outskirts of town. The perfect place for someone to lay low in. Might draw in some guests if they renovated the building into a more modern love hotel. It was clear they didn't have the capital for renovations and could go under any minute. That's the kind of hotel it was.
I don't wish we had hotels like that here. Just rent by the hour.
Dilapidated hotels? Love hotels? Jesus.
No, just love hotels. I just meant love hotels.
They have those?
Do we?
What's so special about a love hotel?
They're paid by the hour.
Oh. Oh! No, I don't think it.
Do you understand why they're love
Yeah,
hotels
never
now?
mind, never mind, never mind. Yeah.
Hey, are you good?
Huh?
Do we need to do pee jokes so that you can be an adult again? And not be so innocent?
Hold on, I need to punch my little juice box. There, I got the straw into it. Okay, I'm adult now.
Okay, good job.
Tomitake
Sure.
was staying in one of the rooms on the second floor. The interior of the room was worse than his previous hotel. It only had a bed and a phone. That's all you need, I guess. But that phone was what he needed the most at the moment. If he didn't have to receive regular reports, he would keep changing hotels safer. But he needed up-to-date information from the research. His course of action would change according to the information. Moving about unnecessarily might cause miscommunication in case of emergency. Tomitake never suspected that there was a spy in the research division. Ticking sound from the clock echoed throughout the room. Uh-oh, red flags. It was almost 9 a.m., but the phone might not ring at 9 on the dot. Tomitake waited in front of the phone patiently. Tried to organize the information in his head so he could answer questions more calmly. At the same time, he kept in mind that the possibility of an attack. At that time, he heard a woman scream in the distance. It happened again. He heard another scream. Tomitake got the sense that something was happening inside the hotel. His intuition told him that. Someone was checking every single room with the master key. Tomitake opened the curtain a little. He saw several mountain dogs who were blocking all the ways out of the hotel. How long had they been there? Finally. They had finally found where he was. Tomitake could hear loud footsteps. He heard voices too. This one's empty. Next! Keep Hotel wouldn't have chains on the door. They had no means to fend off the master key. Tomitake could tell there were around 20 of them. No, maybe there were more. It would be no use trying to fight with them. All he could do was hide. Under the bed? Or in the bathroom? At the very least, the ceiling wouldn't open up like in the movies. Did he just jump out the window? It was the second floor, after all. It was perfectly possible to survive a jump. They would be expecting that, however. Yet this was right on city grounds. If he was confident in his legs, it wouldn't be impossible to outrun them. Tomitake soon heard footsteps outside his door. This was it. He jumped from the window. Of course, there were mountain dogs on the ground waiting for him. They pointed, and about 6 of them started running after him. Tomitake shot off right from the position he landed in. This took the mountain dogs by surprise. He had started to dash right after he jumped from the second floor window. Tomitake was prepared to do something like that. He had been training in case of an emergency, just like this one. Skylark 10 to Skylark 1. We've located the target. He's running. We need assistance. Skylark 1 to Heron. The target is heading west, using the back alleys. Stop him. Roger that. Heron 2, 3, and 4. Head on over there.
It's Tomitake parkour.
Yep. Time to put his fucking physique to
Here
work.
he comes.
Trying to put his fucking physique to work now.
Here he comes. It's him. That's him.
3 members of the mountain dogs jumped out from behind the streetlight and stood in Tomitake's way. They prepared to stop him, but Tomitake kept running at full speed. Oh fuck, he's gonna fucking tackle them.
Oh my god.
He's a fucking quarterback now. They quickly realized he wasn't running towards them to knock them down. He was trying to run past them. There was no point in taking a fighting position. They lowered themselves and tried to tackle him simultaneously. Now! Oh yeah! Tomitake jumped over them. Oh shit. Jumped
God,
over them
this
like an
Tomitake
Olympic
parkour.
athlete. Like an Olympic athlete leaping over a hurdle. But he wasn't an Olympic athlete, and they weren't hurdles. Tomitake's heel struck one of the dogs. 2 flanking Tomitake thought they'd seized hold of him. However, as he flew over them easily, he grabbed onto one of their heads and smashed them against each other. Jesus! Tomitake knew that this wouldn't stop them, but at least he gained a little time to run. Target broke through the west to intercept team. He's still running. Damn it, what are you doing? Heron 10. Go around in the car. Take the second left and we'll get him at 9 o'clock. Are you okay? Shit. Don't let him get away. What strength? Shit, my nose is bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
Tomitake saw a van with its door wide open in front of him. It couldn't stop in time and hit the... Wait. It couldn't stop in time and it hit the wall. As soon as it stopped, several mountain dogs jumped out of the van. Stop him no matter what. Stop him. Come on, there are 5 of us. Tomitake saw 5 men ahead of him. But he didn't even think the 5 could stop him. Why do trains sound their horn at people on the rails? It's not because the train will get damaged. It's because the people will get hurt. Get away! He yelled at them like a horn on a train. He wasn't warning them because they were in his way. He was warning them to move so they didn't get hurt. Look how many we are. We outnumber him 5-1. Don't tell me we can't stop him. No way. There's no way he can get past us. Let's go! Tomitake didn't grin. After all, trains don't grin. Ooh. It just zoomed in on his pecs.
Chugga. Woo, woo.
It just fucking zoomed in on his pecs.
I
Oh.
want to watch it again.
Oh my god, we captured Tomitake. Really? Oh, wait.
Really? It didn't take that long. I want to ask him some questions. Don't kill him, okay? Bring him over here. We'll kill him afterwards, but I've already got a great way for him to go.
Phone continued to ring inside of Tomitake's empty hotel room. Within 30 minutes, Tomitake was dragged through the back door of the eatery and wearing a gag and handcuffs. Tomitake didn't even move, as though he was sedated. Mountain Dog members had carried him out of the van. Ide saw Tomitake from his window and came out of his office in a hurry. Takano was already there. What's going on here, Takano-san? Mountain Dog silently glared at Ide. Realized that he shouldn't have left his room.
I didn't see Jirosaw for a while, so I became worried and had the mountain dogs look for him. It was a good thing I did, because, look, he's gone terminal.
He's developed terminal symptoms? Are you sure? Of course, Tomitake didn't reply. Ide decided not to say anymore. I see. That's very unfortunate. Let's give him some medication as soon as we can.
Of course. I hope it's not too late.
Ide already knew. Mountain dogs had tracked him down. Ide wasn't sure if Tomitake was able to arrange something. He wasn't even sure if the bloodhounds had been called in. He had guessed that Tomitake didn't have time. If the bloodhounds were called in, the mountain dogs would catch that information. If that was the case, they would likely drop everything and run. But Tomitake was captured and they brought him back to the inn. That meant it hadn't gone that far. They were still trying to fix the damage. In other words, Tomitake wasn't able to do what they had hoped. What were they going to do to Tomitake? They brought him back alive. Were they planning to torture confession out of him? It would be very dangerous for him. He'd likely end up dead. Ide realized that he had to do something in Tomitake's place. The main reason why Ide had to rescue Tomitake was because he had no way of contacting Tokyo on his own. Kano wanted Ide to be useless, so she never told him about how to get in touch with Tokyo. Ide could receive phone calls from Tokyo, but he could only call them through Takano. Therefore, Tomitake was the key. As Ide rescued him, they couldn't possibly. But Ide wasn't like the mountain dog. He was simply a researcher. There was no way Ide could rescue Tomitake from such a high security area. There were 8 mountain dogs in the building. There were usually only two, but Takano called in more. Of course, the basement was a highly secured area, and no one needed an access card to get in. And one needed an access card to get in. That card was only given to people in Ide's position. In addition to the access card, one would need a fingerprint to match as well. The access card alone wouldn't do it. Therefore, the only person who could rescue Tomitake from that high security basement was Ide. So, even if it was impossible, Ide had to do it. Ide bunched up his hands into fists and held them tight and cursed himself, but he only noticed that his fists were shaking. Ide, you forget. Ide remembered what Akasaka had told him. But it's very hard to anticipate your own danger. Can't underestimate it. May not even get a chance to make the phone call. If you sense something odd, that's an emergency. Knowing the seriousness of this conspiracy, they won't hesitate to kill it. Please be very careful. Ide felt the cold sweat pooling on his back. Was this an emergency Akasaka was talking about? Oh, hey, Dodo. Hydrate.
Hydrate. I'll drink some more water. I'm gonna need it.
Before we dehydrate. Was this the emergency Akasaka was talking about? He shouldn't think that it was still okay. He might lose the chance to run. He realized that trying to do something by himself was foolish. He had his security access card, true, but that didn't mean he had to rescue Tomitake by himself. Just like how everyone else was trying to combine their efforts, he should always also ask for help. Also, Tomitake was in their hands, which meant that the mountain dogs had realized they were under attack and were preparing to counter. It was very possible they were suspicious of Ide too. Once they broke into Rika's house, Ide's lies would be exposed. Indeed, this was the emergency Akasaka was talking about. Ide had realized that. Already in danger. He needed to leave immediately. The Sonozaki residence was their gathering spot in case of an emergency. Allies were congregating at the Sonozaki residence. He should explain the situation to them and think about how to rescue Tomitake. Kano probably wouldn't kill Tomitake immediately. He was intending to kill him that night as a 50 years curse. So there was still a little time left. He had allies, and security access card, there was still a chance to rescue him. Ide had to let Akasaka know he was escaping. If they became suspicious of Ide, they would check the house and Akasaka would be in danger too. In other words, it could cause a chain reaction. Ide didn't miss his last chance to escape, but he still had to do his final job. Ide picked up the phone at his desk, called Rika's home number, and it would continue to ring like that, sounding the emergency signal. Ide thought back to when he wondered how long he was going to stay in this director's room. Never thought this day would come so suddenly. Okay, boy. Have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by, dude.
Good night.
He noticed a framed picture of his parents on his desk. Ide had become a doctor so he could clear up the misunderstanding between his parents and regain his family ties. But how did he get involved in something like this? No, he would return. He would return and continue the fight against Hinamizawa syndrome. He vowed to himself that he would never abandon that responsibility. I'll be back. Mom and Dad. Ide said his final goodbye and left the director's office. Alright, we're gonna stop here actually. Seems like a good stopping place.
It does.
Alright, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's got quite a lot of shit going on now.
We do.
Got quite the excitement going on now, huh?
Quite the excite, yes.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna choose somebody to raid now. Raid Adrian Aholic, the person I collab. One of the people I collab Fastball. Now we're playing The Sims 4. That's fun. And whenever I play The Sims, I just kill everybody. So. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Let's get a rate. What should we say?
red flag raid.
There we go. Red flag thing. There we go. That'll be our raid message. Go ahead and copy that down. Don't copy down the emotes if you're not subscribed. We're gonna rate Adrian Holic, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, she's playing The Sims 4. She's cool. Think y'all like her. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.